Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're plunging headfirst into the, well, let's be honest, the often chaotic world of football transfers. It really is like a high-stakes chess match, isn't it? Millions changing hands, careers on the line, and the rumor mill. It just spins constantly. So how do you actually cut through all that noise, the speculation, to find out what's really happening? Well, that's what we do here. We take the sources, and today we've got some really fascinating insights, a peek behind the curtain of the latest transfer updates from trusted voices. Our mission is to distill the key info, give you that shortcut, so you feel genuinely clued in. And we've got some big moves to unpack. A confirmed deal for Wolves, a player sticking with Real Madrid despite Premier League sniffing around, what Liverpool's up to, and the whole situation with Nico Williams. But first, let's tackle that big one everyone's talking about, Rodrygo and Arsenal. What is actually going on there? Okay. Let's get into it.
It's always fascinating, isn't it, how quickly simple, appreciation for a player blows up into these huge rumors.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a done deal when, negotiations haven't even started.
It's such an important difference. And speaking of things that are concrete, let's kick things off with a confirmed deal. New talent coming to the Premier League, Fer Lopez to Wolves. What's your take?
Yeah, this is a significant one for Wolves, definitely signals their strategy. Fer Lopez, described as a, quote, top talent from Celta Vigo. He's heading to Wolves. The fee is 25 million euros. And he's very much seen as the replacement for Matthias Cunha.
Okay, Cunha's replacement.
Exactly. And we're hearing the medical is scheduled for Wednesday.
Wow. So, within 24 hours?
Pretty much. It's basically finalized, just waiting for the official nod.
25 million for a young talent stepping into big shoes with Cunha gone. What does that tell you about Wolves' thinking? Building for the future, clearly.
Oh, absolutely. It points right to that long-term vision. This isn't some, quick fix with a big name. It's a calculated investment. They're betting on potential, getting him now before his value, potentially skyrockets.
Smart play.
It suggests that focus on sustainable growth. Yeah. Nurturing stars instead of just buying them fully formed.
Right. Okay, so shifting gears now from new arrivals to, players deciding to stay put. Brahim Diaz at Real Madrid. In a market that's all about movement, seeing someone commit like this, It feels significant. Shows that loyalty angle.
Precisely. And the key here is it's a done agreement for a new deal at Real Madrid. What makes it really stand out, our sources say he had some approaches from England, real interest from Premier League clubs, but he decided. He chose to stay, commit to Real Madrid, and the club. They're very happy with him. He's part of their plans.
That is a statement from Diaz, choosing his current club over potentially, bigger contracts elsewhere. Is this part of a pattern for Real Madrid locking down key players?
It certainly looks that way. Remember the Thibaut Courtois story about 10 days ago?
Yeah.
He's also expected to sign a new deal soon. So, Real Madrid seem focused on stability, keeping that core together, shoring things up, making sure players feel valued. It's a confident approach.
Okay, now, here's where it gets really interesting. We've all seen it, right? The headlines, the social media buzz, Rodrygo to Arsenal. It's been absolutely everywhere. So let's break it down. What is the real story behind all this speculation?
Well, look, the appreciation from Arsenal, that's absolutely confirmed, no doubt about that. And it's not something new either. They've liked him for a long time.
Yeah.
And it fits their plan, right? Arsenal wants an important striker and an important winger this summer. Rodrygo fits that bill.
So the interest is definitely real. Arsenal admires the player. But is that turning into actual talks? Because that's where the lines get blurry, isn't it? Desire versus action. Is anything happening?
And that's the crucial point. This needs clarity. While Arsenal likes Rodrygo, they're informed on the player, sure. But right now, as we speak, they are not negotiating with Real Madrid. They have not approached Real Madrid for talks.
Not approached them at all.
No. And they're not negotiating with Rodrygo or his people either. It's not even at early stages.
Wow. Okay, that's a huge clarification. It really cuts through the noise. So much speculation, but no actual moves being made. What about Rodrygo himself in all this? His view must be key.
Absolutely paramount. Look, the only way this happens, the only way anyone signs Rodrygo, is if Rodrygo himself goes to Real Madrid and says, I want to leave.
Right.
And crucially, right now, our sources are clear. Rodrygo didn't tell anything to Real Madrid like that. Nothing. He's working under his new coach, Xabi, fully focused on Real Madrid. That connection with the new setup is vital for him.
So lots of liking and appreciation from Arsenal's side, but zero actual contact or movement. Does that mean it's completely dead in the water? Or could things shift later on?
Look, things can always change in a transfer window. If Rodrygo decided later on, okay, I want out, then yes, Real Madrid would listen to offers, but let's be crystal clear right now.
Yeah.
No conversations, no negotiations, nothing. Arsenal are monitoring. Of course they are. They'd love to add a player like Rodrygo. Who wouldn't? But right now, it's not something really concrete, definitely not something advancing.
So what does this mean for you? Trying to follow all this, it really underlines that massive difference between a club liking a player, even for years, and actually acting on it. And it shows just how powerful the player's own will is. Rodrygo's focus is the biggest block right now, despite all the rumors. A good reminder. Don't believe every whisper you hear. Right, let's switch focus now. Liverpool. Always in the mix, aren't they? There's been a long-running saga with Milos Kerkez. Seems like that might finally be reaching a conclusion.
Yeah, for 2 months now, the message on Kerkez has been exactly the same, really consistent. Milos Kerkez will be a Liverpool player. There's really no doubt about this one. The only reason we haven't had the final here we go or the medical announced, it's just some technical things to resolve.
Ah, the classic technicalities.
Exactly. Not a big issue, just final technical steps before it's all official.
So basically a done deal, just waiting on the paperwork. Good news for Liverpool fans who've been waiting. What about Kerkez himself? Any second thoughts during this slight delay?
No, none at all. The player is not considering any other proposal. He's made it clear he only wants to go to Liverpool. And it helps that Liverpool's director, Richard Hughes, who came from Bournemouth, remember? He signed Kerkez before from Kalmar. So there's a strong connection there, reinforces the club's belief in him. So yeah, patience rewarded for Liverpool fans on this one. It's happening.
That seems pretty clear-cut then. But while Kerkez looks sorted, what about a more uncertain situation? Andy Robertson's future. Been some links away from Anfield.
Indeed. Atletico Madrid, they've definitely pinpointed Robertson as their target left back. The interest from them is real and strong.
Okay.
However, from Robertson's side, the word is he wants to take his time, wants to think about his future.
Yeah.
So right now, nothing done or completed on any move. And it's worth noting, Lucas Digne is also a strong option for Atletico at left back.
Right, they have alternatives.
Exactly. So Robertson seems genuinely undecided, which adds another layer for Liverpool, especially with the new manager coming in.
Interesting times. And finally, on Liverpool exits, Darwin Nunez. Looks like he might be on his way out.
Well, this is something I said since way back in February. My prediction was, and still is, Darwin Nunez will leave Liverpool in the summer transfer window.
Still sticking with that.
Yes, that's still the strong feeling. There are offers. We know about Saudi Arabia, also interest from European clubs, and significantly, Napoli are making some progress.
Napoli. Okay.
Still early stages, yes, but they've had new conversations with his agent in the last, say, 24, 48 hours. They're serious.
So the ball's really in Nunez's court then. Italy or Saudi, potentially.
Absolutely. It hinges on what he wants. Does he fancy Italy with Napoli, or does he prefer the big money from Saudi? And of course, Liverpool have to agree the conditions of the deal. But Napoli definitely want at least one important striker, and Nunez is high on their list. We'll have to watch that one closely.
Okay, let's move on to one of the hottest names out there right now, Nico Williams. So much interest, multiple clubs, but Barcelona seem to be pushing hard despite their financial issues.
That's spot on. Our sources are very clear. Nico Williams is keen on a move to Barcelona. He wants to go to Barcelona. That's his number one choice. And Barca, they've activated the operation. They're trying to make it happen.
Okay, so player wants Barca, Barca wants player.
Right.
Simple, right. But there's always a but with Barcelona's finances, isn't there? What's the catch?
The catch is the clause. The buyout clause is 58 million euros, and crucially, it's in one payment.
Oof. One lump sum.
Exactly. And that's tough for Barca right now. They want to meet the agent again, try to understand if there is a solution with Athletic Bilbao, see if they can pay the clause in a different way. It's all down to financial fair play. Those rules make big single payments really difficult without selling players first or having massive income streams. So that financial side
could be crucial. The FFP shuffle. So Barca are favorites, but this gives other clubs a window, right? Given Williams' talent and Barca's potential struggles here, who else is waiting?
Well, Bayern Munich are definitely still there. They're kind of waiting to see what happens, and they are ready to make an effort if the Barca move stalls. They've had 2 meetings with the agents, so they're serious. But Williams told them, priority is Barcelona.
Okay, so Bayern are poised. What about Arsenal? We know they like wingers.
Yep, Arsenal like the player. Apparently, Arteta is a big fan. Williams is one of the highest positions in the list for Arsenal as winger, alongside Rodrygo.
Right.
But Arsenal seem to think the player is moving to Barcelona, and they're also worried that financially, in terms of salary, this could be a difficult deal for them. The wage demands might be too high.
So, summing up Nico Williams then. Looks like Barcelona or position player wants them, but that big financial question mark hangs over it all.
Exactly that. Barcelona are the clear favorites. They've got the ball in their court, so to speak. If they can figure out how to structure that 58 million euro payment within FFP rules, Williams probably goes to Barca. If not, Bayern are right there, waiting.
So we've really peeled back some layers today, haven't we? From the specifics of Lopez's move to Wolves, a sign of their future plans. Brahim Diaz showing loyalty still exists by staying at Real Madrid. We've seen the almost done deals like Kerkez to Liverpool, the likely big exit of Darwin Nunez, and that complex financial balancing act with Nico Williams and Barcelona. And crucially, we cut through that Rodrygo Arsenal noise, showed the difference between just liking a player and actually negotiating. Player power is huge there. It really shows you how player preference, club finances, contracts, and just sheer rumours all collide in this incredibly fast-moving transfer world. A world where a player saying no can mean more than millions, and appreciation doesn't mean a deal is close. So as all these stories keep developing over the summer, it's something for you to think about. What do you think is the strongest force in today's transfer market? Is it the ambition of the clubs, the will of the player, or just the cold, hard financial reality? Definitely something to mull over. Thanks for diving deep with us today.
If you found this useful, if you want more of this kind of real analysis, breaking things down, then please do make sure you subscribe to the channel. Maybe turn on those notifications so you don't miss our next deep dive. We'll be back soon with more stories behind the headline.